You know what my grandmother used to tell me, sir?
What?
Every hoe of them stick a bush.
Every hoe got a sticker bush? What is a sticker bush?
Every hoe of them. ojmerge again. And tonight, before we kick off the vlog, we're gonna say, Stacy, big up your
Hey,
self.
Stacy.
Big up yourself, Stacy. As we say again,
Stacy.
we shout out the viewers, them,
Yes.
Once the comment them come in at the end of the day, and some people outstanding, they don't know. I have to give them a shout out at the end of the day. Stacy, we see you comment them. Stacy, big up your damn self. You know the thing already.
Yes.
All right.
Big up, Stacy.
So
you know how
tonight,
to single.
yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up. So tonight we're on a different type of topic again. And tonight we're gonna talk about the single woman.
All my single ladies, now put your hands up.
I want to big up to all single ladies, because they know it go already, Every woman start out single until she find a husband until,
No, until a husband finds her. Correction.
Well, yeah, I can roll with that. So, what I want to know personally is, I want to know if female single life overrated. I want to know if, if there's an upside to being single as a female. Which you don't know that go already. If some female are going to say yes, some female are going to say, well, they would love to be married. Which, but I feel like every female dream to get married at the end of the day. I just want them thing there.
Not every female dreams of getting married though, baby. Some women are comfortable in their singlehood. They're comfortable being singletons. And there's nothing wrong with being a singleton.
Well, there you have it. She can more attest to this as a female.
Why you always gotta say my government name, man? Like,
I just want them thing, mama.
You want me to blast you like that?
Alright, Jay, hear me.
I will give your first, your two middles, and your last.
Alright.
You don't want that.
Jay would have a better input on it because she a female. So I want to know, what you think, mama? You think single life overrated?
It depends on who you ask. You can ask one single woman that question and she'll say, I'm living my best life. I'm happy and I ain't looking for nothing. Then you'll have another woman that is single and is looking for something more. It depends on who you ask, babe.
Alright, in my opinion, I will say this. As a man, I think when you find a single, when you find a woman and, you're with that woman, if marriage gets in place, you're always down regardless. Some females might say they're not ready, but when the time right, she's down. Once you can prove yourself at the end of the day to be a worthy husband, or once you can prove yourself to be a good man to that female and that female really love you, but feel like when the time comes and you ask, if she done married you, I feel like you will get the yes.
Depends on the guy.
Most definitely. That's what I'm say again. As long as as long as he's a standout man, as long as he's a man that, a woman say commit, a woman say that she can commit in her, I would say. Or a woman say loyalty, or a woman say honesty. Or a woman say a partner. Somebody where she can grow with, somebody where, she can raise her kids with, or somebody where she can bring her kids around, if she have kids already. I feel comfortable knowing that this man, have my kids back. If it's in the budget, or certain things right, and the man there, probably step forward to ask her, will you marry me? I feel like the yes is always there. What you think?
Most times, yes. If that's what you're looking for. So in this case, I think you're talking about the woman that is looking for that, or not even necessarily looking, just open to it if it were to come her way. That woman, if the man makes sense, if he checks off her list of, and I don't want to say list, because you got some women out here who got these outlandish lists. And that's controversial because some people think everything on my list should check off. I'm entitled to that and can't nobody tell me nothing. And if the man don't check off on all them lists, then I ain't with it. But for that woman, I think if she finds a quality man that fits her criteria, she will most certainly go with it. For sure. And she'd be happy to.
Okay. So you feel like, say, what you think are some of the upside of being single?
Throw that, twerk that, shake that, bounce that.
Well, you, well, you want. For me, I think that when it comes down to a woman being single, I think she get the opportunity to see what it is. Try out different things, see what she likes, see what she don't like. Sift through it a little bit. Get it more refined. Bring it down to a T. Because sometimes I feel like, single women don't really know what them like in a man. They probably have assumptions and probably feel like, okay, this is the man that I want. And then when them get that man, different things come with it. So I think the upside of being single is the sorting process. Figuring out what you like. Figuring out what is good for you. Figuring out what is good for your kids if you have any.
And sometimes that comes from trial and error.
Most
you
definitely.
don't just come out the womb knowing all that stuff, especially if you didn't grow up in a married household, But for the woman that's single and she's happily single, maybe she was married before, and maybe for her, she saw marriage as something that was not a must-have. She did it and she said, nah, brother, I ain't doing that no more.
Well, let me say this. A lot of marriages fail.
Yes.
I would probably think that the percentage of failed marriages is more than the percentage of marriage that really lasts.
I think the statistics is like 50%.
50-50?
Something like that.
Well, if that's what it is, then that's a good percentage. We can live with that at the end of the day.
Don't quote me, but I think it is something like that.
Okay.
If y'all know, let us know in the comments if I'm wrong.
Okay. What do you think females enjoy more though? A married life or a single life?
Ooh, that's tough.
Don't think from it from a married woman perspective. Think about it from being single to now you're married. What do you think females enjoy more? That single life or stability? Do you think females enjoy doing what they want to when they want to? Do you think female, enjoy being by themselves in an independent role, knowing that, I can go here, I can go there. And even when you're married, sometimes, depending on the husband that you have, you can do those things. But checking in, when you're married, checking in is important. You gotta let your husband know where you are, whatever the situation is.
When you single,
shit. When you single, it's a different ballgame. When you're single, you answer to no one. You just do your thing at the end of the day and what it is. But do you think single life get tiring sometimes? And a female want commitment. A female wants somebody to come home to. A female wants somebody that she know is there for the kids. A female wants somebody that she know that is there for her to provide security. Do you think, what you think about that?
I think that today's woman is evolved a lot. Today's woman, I think, could take or leave marriage. But if I had to guess, I would say the majority could appreciate a marriage with the right partner because they would view it as stability, a partnership, somebody who I can not only go through life with, but my weaknesses are their strengths and vice versa. And we can use that to help elevate ourselves to a higher state. I think that you have women that are single and that want something more stable, most certainly, but they probably don't know where they're failing at when it comes to dating men, what type of men they're going after, what type of men they're allowing to entertain them, who they're entertaining, and some women just don't have the answers as far as, should I continue to entertain this category of men? I think where a lot of women maybe fall short is where you have a type, you say, I want a guy that, has swag, or he do this, or he do that, or he make this amount of money, or he this tall, or he this skin complexion, and he ain't got no kids. And, that's when I would say women perhaps are minimizing their pool when it comes to a man that could really be a good man and that could really be a good husband.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say this. You have a certain type of single woman. A certain type of single woman that I respect dearly. You have some single woman that is not in a marriage or a paperwork marriage or a binding agreement marriage or a before, the pastor marriage, but she like a married woman. You got single woman out there that is not in a real marriage, but they move like it. They're so loyal, you would never tell that they're not married to their husband. These single women I respect 100%. You got some single women out there living in a relationship without a marriage that you could never tell that they're not married because they're so loyal, they're so down, they're riding at the end of the day for everything. They're loyal, they have every attribute as a married woman, but marriage did not get in play as yet.
I'm for that, if that's what you really want. I'm for, we move as a unit even without the paperwork if that's truly what you want in your heart of hearts.
Big respect to them woman there.
Yeah, if that's truly what you want in your heart of hearts and that works for you, by all means, do that. But I think the problem lies where if women are not being honest with themselves and they do want something more, they do want, to solidify it, and they are just kind of going through the motions as if that's not what they want because they don't want to scare the man away or they want to appease the man. At the end of the day, you are the prize. Period. Your man is the prize as well, but you are the prize. So
most definitely.
If that's something that you want, don't go through the motions as if that's not what you're looking for, because he's not going to put no pressure on the situation if he doesn't see that that's something that's important to you.
All right, let me play the devil's advocate on this one. As an American woman, it's easier. Let me say this. I will speak about this already in another vlog, but I'm going to say this again. In certain places, marriage is much more easier than certain other places.
You touched on that in husband tag.
Most definitely. In America, marriage is a little bit more easy. When you're from a place like a third world country, as I always say, because I rep Jamaica 100%.
Welcome to Jamrock.
Most definitely. So I rep Jamaica 100%. And in Jamaica, you got some loyal females at the end of the day that is not inside of a marriage, but you would never know that they're not just by how they move. Their loyalty is 100%. They love the man that they're with. It could be just a boyfriend, it could be a baby daddy, whatever the situation is. But they are loyal more than a lot of wives that can afford that. Sometimes it's affording part of it too. As I said again, in some third world country, people can't afford marriage. People can't afford, the marriage type of thing, and they think it's a throwaway to do that type of stuff. What would you say to those females from third world countries or those men from third world countries that marriage is a little bit more far-fetched? I know we're here in America, and I know that that's probably far-fetched from the American because it's so easy to go by the court building and just get married or just, get a marriage license and go ahead and do your thing. But what do you say to these females that are from these countries that feel like
that are in circumstances where paying for a marriage is
where like a marriage
close
is a little
to the
bit
impossible?
Yeah, that is expensive.
Figure out how to afford it.
That trifling. That's what I'm gonna say again.
Well, let me tell you something about marriage. Marriage is not just
the
paperwork that binds you to another person, but the world that we live in, marriage goes deeper than that. You know what I mean? When it comes down to your husband or your wife passing away and say you need support for the family, you have in some situations the law only honors that paperwork.
You're right. When it comes down to legality, the law honors that paperwork.
Yeah.
But I must say this, as I will say again, I commend any female, an all female, that is married mentally before you married physically. Because I know a lot of female, and there's a lot of females that is married mentally. Mentally, they're married. And if before you bring the paperwork in, male or female, you have to be married mentally. You have to be loyal mentally first.
I will say
you have to be married you have to be married mentally before you get married physically.
If you have that mind frame, you shouldn't have no problem going into an actual marriage and succeeding. Because I think a lot of people go into a marriage and they don't have that mind frame.
Most
you know what I mean? If you're dealing with a man that's not already a husband in his mind, then you don't even need to bother with the paperwork because
Or a female.
Yeah.
You can't be out there acting like Tatiana.
Can't be Tatiana.
You can't be out there acting like Tatiana. I am name old dog. And then thinking, okay, we'll go in front of the pastor now, so everything disappeared. No. You have to prepare for that mentally. But as I say again, we respect single female because you have to be single first before you get into that situation.
Yeah, and let me speak up more for the women that are single and happily single. You can have a good majority of women, especially in the age that we live in now,
most
that are happy being single. They all about their money bag. They all about their goals.
Well, these women have met some men or met some individuals that are not worthy of them.
That could definitely be the case.
They're just not worthy.
Or you have another demographic that grew up in a married household and their parents didn't do it well. And they said, that shit is a fail. I ain't going through that. I don't want that. So you have different demographics of people that choose singlehood willingly and happily.
Yeah, because you have some of these men or some of these individuals that don't know that woman are goddess. And they deserve to be treated well.
Girl, you deserve it
Never
all.
let a man tell you less than that. If a man can't hold you to that high regard, it doesn't make no sense.
Absolutely. And if you are a woman that wants a husband, be the person that you would want to find. And do self-work. If you know that you need work, if you know that your self-esteem needs some work, or you got trust issues, or you still not done doing certain things, work on yourself first before you expect somebody to find you, because a great person may cross your path, and then if you're not ready, he gonna keep walking by you because he's gonna realize that you are not at that point yet.
But also,
that goes for men as well.
But also, be yourself. Be your best self. A man should understand that, this is the way you are, and if he really loves you, he'll work with that.
Yes, I agree with
or
that.
Or together.
Because nobody is perfect.
Nobody's perfect. So when it's all said and done, if a man got to meet the real you. And be yourself as possible, because you don't want to be in a marriage acting like a person that you're not. You don't want to be in a marriage with a facade. You don't want to be in a marriage as a replica. You want to be in a marriage, or you want to be in a situation that you feel yourself. You want to be yourself. All the flaws need to come out. You got to show an individual who you are personally. If you don't like that, keep walking.
Be self-assured enough to understand that you are you and you are uniquely made.
Most definitely.
Nobody's perfect. So if a person cannot accept you for the flaws that you come with or the baggage that you come with, that person is probably not for you. But that don't mean come to the table like, here you go, take it or leave it, because everybody can do self-work. So do the self-work while keeping in mind everything about me has made me the person that I am today.
Most definitely.
Give the person all of that so they can have context and they can consider it all.
You know what my grandmother used to tell me, sir?
What?
Every hoe of them stick a bush.
Every hoe got a sticker bush? What is a sticker bush?
Every hoe of them stick a bush. You know where you dig up?
God.
Where you used to dig the gardening tool?
Okay.
She used to say every hoe of them stick a bush. Meaning, there's somebody out there for everybody.
Yeah.
That's what that terminology means. There's somebody out there for everybody. So, and as I say again, I can understand some single female, making the choice of being single is because it gives them peace of mind. They probably have pulled
some people don't believe in love, or some people have been burned one too many times and said, you know what, I'm better off, I could do bad by myself.
Don't be discouraged though.
But don't be discouraged.
Don't be discouraged.
I agree.
There's somebody out there that feels the same way like you, waiting to find you. At all times. Y'all just haven't crossed path yet. That person might be right in front of you. That person might walk by you on a simple day. That person might trip and fall right where you at. And just for you to say, are you okay? That's spark it.
After you laugh, then you could ask them.
Most definitely, that happens too. Humor and everything is great sometimes. But at the same time, you just never know. Never get discouraged as an individual feeling like, you know what, there ain't nobody out there for me, so this is what I'm going to do. Marriage is a beautiful thing.
And be conscious of who you're entertaining. If you've dealt with the same situation 5 times and you're going for your 6th go round and you about to do a repeat of what you just did, you need to stop yourself and reflect. Sometimes self-reflection is okay. Sometimes it's okay not to get out of one relationship and 2 weeks be back on the market. Give yourself a leap year.
Yeah.
Give yourself 6 months to meditate and say, what could I have done better in that situation? What did I learn from that situation? And then you'll go into your next situation with your eyes wide open, and then you can make better decisions on who you're entertaining in your space.
Don't fly too high. When I say don't fly too high, I don't want females to take this personally. But find somebody that you're equally yoked with if you really want it to work.
What is equally yoked?
Find somebody that you and them like the same things. Y'all are, y'all like the same things. Y'all like probably going the same places. Y'all like, y'all got things similar. Y'all got similarities that matches up. Don't find somebody that, if you're a chill kickback type of person and they like partying, that person ain't gonna be right for you. You're gonna find a lot of things to keep button heads about. Find somebody that you're equally yoked with. Find somebody that you're similar with. Find somebody that both you and them have similar attributes, are similar, likings in certain things. Find somebody that you and them could coexist in a space that, is beautiful.
I will say that makes it easier, but I don't want to exclude the people who are literally with their opposite, and sometimes opposites attract.
Opposites does attract.
For some people it works.
Some people it doesn't work.
But some people it don't work. And if you fall in that category, make your life easier. Get you somebody that's like-minded. If you're an introvert, you might be better with an introvert. If you're antisocial, you might need somebody that's antisocial.
But, opposites attract when they're understandable. When they are
and sometimes
willing.
It's a matter of which one of your opposites attract to my opposite. Sometimes you can't be completely different and try to merge the two. Maybe you got a few things about you that's different about your person.
You don't lie to yourself. Never have that conversation in your head telling yourself you can change a person or you want to change a person and that person will be better 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 1 year. How many times no matter, never lie to yourself. See a situation, know it for what it is. See it for what it is. Be honest with yourself.
Instead of trying to change a person, work in unison with that person to come to an agreement. Find a middle ground where you guys can ebb and flow together.
And
but if you are trying to do this, you're trying to pull this way, and that person trying to pull that way, it's going to break.
In every situation, if you want me to change something, offer something to change in yourself. That makes it interesting. So if you don't like that person going to the party, ask that person too. What don't you like about me? I will change something. Let's do a change for a change.
Or why don't you come to the party every now and then I can go to the party less. Maybe.
Most definitely. As I said, try to find some level ground that y'all can stand on. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Talk about certain things. Communicate with each other. Find out because there are certain things that a person might do that you're not into, but they could probably cross you over into that. And there's some things that you might like that person might not like, but y'all could find some form of middle ground on it.
I would say make a list of your non-negotiables. That means
yes,
absolutely, if this person does not have these qualities, they don't belong in my space. And then you're
contradicting yourself because you see some females out there, have that little list that they say this and this and this is what I want.
No, what I said is don't have a list that's so strict that it's not flexible.
Yeah.
So I would say to avoid that, have a list of non-negotiables and don't be extreme. But have a list of non-negotiables. I need somebody that's respectable. I need somebody that's loyal. I need somebody that wants marriage, if that's what you want. Put your non-negotiables to the left, and then you can have your subcategories of these things I'm flexible with. Like you could be a neat freak, and in your mind, you want somebody that's neat too. But if you meet a man that has all your non-negotiables and he's not as neat as you, can you be flexible? Probably. I think that's a good way to narrow it down. So when you're out there in the dating pool, you're not so tunnel vision and biased.
Makes sense. But single females, I want you to know this. Every married woman was single at one point. It's a starting point. And then they cross over that bridge, in time. So single females, you know, we love y'all at the end of the day. And this one is specifically for single females.
For the single ladies.
Single ladies. Because, you know, a lot of single ladies are out there. Men are crossing over to some other stuff these days, and it's kind of weird. And it's crazy. And, you know, a lot of men are being locked up. No, when I say that, baby, I mean, when you know, a lot of men are doing other things. Men are locked up, men are dying. A lot of things is happening to man, you know, to the masculine gender.
Okay.
So when it's all said and done, it's kind of crazy out here.
Yeah, but
so
ladies, let me say this for my ladies.
Explains why there's an abundance of single females.
Yeah, and that's cool. But let me say this to my ladies. Don't let a man tell you, oh, you're the majority in our state, or you're the majority in our community, and y'all all fighting for men, so you better take it or leave it, what I got. No.
This is the majority.
I don't endorse that. I don't endorse that. Just because...
Is it facts, though? Is it females? Is female the majority?
I believe there are more females than men across the board.
That's a difference.
But my point is, do not let that be a reason why you settle. Know what you want. Be realistic. Be adaptable. Absolutely.
Most definitely.
But never let somebody come to you and say, because you're the majority, you have to tolerate this, or you have to take this, because you ain't got to take the thing.
Most definitely.
You don't have to do it. You heard what I said. You are the prize. And a good man understands that.
Most
so
definitely.
don't let anybody try to manipulate and have you think otherwise. Do you agree?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Facts. Females, prized possession. Females, trophy. Females, goddesses. Females, everything that a man could ever want. If y'all know how powerful you are at the end of the day, y'all would just walk around differently than be thinking, or, you know, thinking some craziness, or just be out here feeling some type of way. Y'all self-esteem would be risen to the skies, which I know a lot of y'all self-esteem is through the roof. But females is everything. Just want to forget that. And there we go again.
So before we close this out,
okay.
One thing I would like for you all to do, tell us what part of this vlog you enjoyed the most. It helps us understand you guys better and like what speaks to you. So maybe like timestamp it and tell us what part you enjoyed the most, or which part felt most compelling to you.
Most definitely. And like, share, and subscribe. But as I say,
like,
comment,
share, subscribe.
Comment on it.
Comment for sure.
Tell your views. Tell what we miss.
We love talking to you guys.
Most
and when you talk to
like
us,
the feedback, man.
We get excited and we give you guys shout outs. So
the feedback is very interesting.
Yes.
So with that being said,
and ojmerge After Dark, if you have not tuned in to podcast number 1, it will be down there in the description box. Let us know if that's something that you guys want. We'll keep them coming. For now, it's really new, so we're not really dabbling in it too much.
Just go over there on SoundCloud, man.
Check it out.
Go on SoundCloud and type in ojmerge After Dark. Straight to the podcast. As I say again,
my night voice sounds just like this.
If you're under 18-year-old, don't go over there. A big people something. But go over there at the end of the day. Once you're over 18-year-old, go over there, go check out ojmerge After Dark.
It's not that dirty. Not yet.
It don't turn up full yet. But watch now. ojmerge After Dark. Yeah, man. I was said that concludes another vlog again, you know. A O, a J, a ojmerge, and we out. Boom.
Are you me lover, you me want to be my only cheek. Girl, give me your finger, me have to put a ring on it. Night nurse, me addicted to your nightly trick. Never get a loving like this.